Hi, this is Laurece West from LaureceWestStudios.com. I'm a voice and performance coach for singers and speakers. I offer elite training for professional singing and career-invigorating speaking. Today we're going to talk about microphones, microphone technique, equipment, and why we want to use all of these things to save our voice. Now, the overview of why we want to use microphones in amplifiers and PAs is that we do not want to push and do the work that the electronics can do very easily for us. And often this takes some forethought, especially with speakers. I gave a talk in June in a large space to more than 70 people, and I asked ahead of time, which I encourage you to do also. Check out the AV situation ahead of time. And they didn't have anything for me to use. So I brought my own. I brought my own microphone, my own mic stand, my cord, my amplifier, and I could be very relaxed. I did not have to project. I was training people for about an hour, and I was very comfortable, which of course puts people at ease. My tone of voice was not strained, which would unconsciously make people uncomfortable. And I saved my voice. So if you are talking frequently in places where there's not amplification, or even performing, I've done a number of house concerts and I have to provide my own equipment. You would like to invest in a PA, mixer, and those kinds of things for larger venues if they don't have the audio equipment. The idea is that we never have to lose energy that we could use for our endurance, to sound better, to have a great tone of voice, and to save our voice by doing the work that the electronics can do for us. So let's talk about different kinds of microphones, both for singers and speakers. Perhaps some places will have a wireless setup. I gave a training at Duke where they had a microphone that went over my head and was like this. Some people called the Madonna microphone because she used to perform a lot with this. And it was wireless. Just a reminder, if you're having private conversations or if you use the restroom, be sure to turn off the receptor of the wireless microphone so you don't have any embarrassing situations. Just be sure it's on when you're presenting or if you're singing, and turn it off in all other times when you're talking to people privately, etc. And sometimes, please, if you're being interviewed, people will have the lavalier mic, which will clip on here. And what I suggest with that is that you run it through your clothes so that the cording is not coming down the front of your clothes, but is basically hidden. And all we see is this little microphone. And your clothes look great. The other type of microphone for singers, and this is good for speakers too, is the Shure SM57 or 58 are really good. It's a 57, I think that's very famous, for rock singing or intensity. I chose to get an EV 757 a number of years ago, and this I tried out different microphones, and this one sounded the best for my voice. It was about a $300 microphone. The idea about having a microphone and your own equipment is that you can basically take care of yourself wherever you go. I have an amplifier that is actually a little bass amplifier. It's the Polytone Cube, but you can find another amplifier. You can find, there's nice PA systems. I think Bose has a nice one. There's several ones. Usually you have to have this kind of cord, an XLR cord, and for a PA or a mixer, both ends would look like this. If you go into a microphone, an amplifier, the other end will look like this. So this goes into the bottom of the microphone, and this goes into the amplifier. Now, so those are the three types of microphones you could have. This kind, the lavalier, and the regular microphone. Okay, and then You, of course, want to adjust the settings so it sounds good. I don't want things to be too trebly because I have a high voice. So you can adjust the settings so that it sounds really good, but you can get help with that. Now, the other thing about microphone technique is, of course, you can have this here and this you can have here, but for this kind of microphone that's in a stand, be sure it's not like this. You see what the problem is right here, of course. You want it to have it like this. And these are usually what we call unidirectional. Microphones in the studio are multi-directional, whereas there's such sensitivity to them. They're much more expensive microphones, thousands of dollars usually. But these kinds of microphones, if I'm talking and you can hear it, that's what they sound like. If you're down here, now I'm talking, literally people cannot hear you unless you're, and I say, go make a O and come out to here, and that's where you want the microphone. But you don't want to tilt it up like that because you want people to see you. So that would actually be the right placement for it. And we just have to learn to get conscious that we don't step away from it, etc., because some people can't hear. That is the advantage of a microphone like this or a lapel microphone, the lavalier microphone. Because these you have to stay conscious, or you can hold it. I've seen people do this, but it's not actually the best way to do it. The best way is to have it be going in directly into the center there. So this would be the right way to do it. You want to be effective and have people hear you, but really save your voice. And let's see what I want to tell you. What else? Play around with it. Look online, see what kind of equipment is available. See if you can go to a music store and try out some different microphones. See if you are a recording artist or you're recording stories. Also, go to the studio and see what the best microphone is for you. When I do singing recording in the studio that I work at, we spend a lot of time working out what the best microphone was for my voice. Microphones have different tonal qualities, and you want something that really enhances your voice because it can really be significantly different. Like, I do not use the Shure SM57 because it's really for really loud rock voices, and my voice isn't that way. So I can get loud, but I also have some sweet tones, and I want a microphone that really works for that. So explore that. Let me know what you think. And again, this is really about saving your voice so you have a healthy voice your entire life, part of the vocal health series that we've been doing. And check out the previous one on what we can learn from Adele's voice challenges. And I look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, sing and speak with your heart. Take good care.